So I'm Bill Middlecamp. I'm a lay member in the Minnesota Annual Conference, and I have come to this point in my life through kind of a circuitous route. I studied the physical sciences at first when I was in college. I got a degree in meteorology. I did some study of climatology, but then I left that field and went into computer science, and that's been my career. But I never forgot how much I love that science, and in fact, when I was a student, I found a paper about climate change where the author believed that the desertification of the sub-Saharan region could have been caused by human activity. So I was ready. I was aware that there was a concern and that scientists were looking at it, and that in time they would inform the politicians, and then we would be called as citizens to take some action. And I was ready to support that. But as I watched, I saw that the politicians weren't going to do that. And in fact, the fossil fuel companies became even more opponents to that possibility. Then when I saw the Inconvenient Truth from Al Gore, I suddenly realized that, hey, I have to use those skills that I have, that I put on the shelf. I have to actually learn more about this and find out what my role is. And in doing that, my faith has really grown, and I've become aware that this is an obstacle and a problem that threatens all of humanity that really only can be addressed through faith. And so my involvement in faith-based activities, talking about climate change around that, has been growing over the past several years. And I'm friends with Susan Mullen, and last summer when I heard that she was going to do this, I got really excited about it. I had already planned that I was going to be doing this kind of work in retirement. I'm still a few years away from retirement, but I couldn't pass up this opportunity. And I've learned so much here, and I feel like I've got the devil by the tail, and I'm just holding on for the ride. I'm very excited about the possibilities for the future. There's some things that I've already got that have been started that I'm going to take this back to the team that I'm working with, and hopefully it's going to just accelerate our efforts and our successes. I'm very excited to be here.
So what would you like to see happen as a result of Earthkeepers, or maybe just a vision for the church in general, which is kind of what we have here?
Yeah, Earthkeepers to me is an acknowledgement of the value of caring for God's creation and living in right relationship with God's creation. And that, I believe, will have a leveraging effect, so that I can go back and knock on doors and say, I'm not just an individual activist, but rather I've been commissioned by the United Methodist Church, and this is a ministry, and I'm a minister.
Yeah.
And hopefully that will open some doors and allow me to get in and talk to communities, faith communities, to look for those people, and I believe there's some in every faith community, who are receptive to the message, to get the camel's nose in the tent, start talking to people from a faith-based perspective about how important this is, and just grow the conversation, bring more and more people of all different ideologies into an understanding that as Christians we are called to act and must act. And in that way, my plan, my goal, my hope is to build the political will for our political leaders to take action and develop policies to address climate change.
Okay. Thanks, Bill.